Precinct. That one, I haven't seen too much of the uplink game from this Rampage squad. I know you obviously have a lot more experience with them. Tell me about them.
Well, they play fast, they play hard, but it's against the last time I got to watch them play this was actually against Unveil Nova, and Nova took them. They took them to the brink. It was like 14-8. It's on my notes somewhere, but I'm not going to go through those. They're all wet now. Yeah, it was about 14-8, and they had a really good showing against them. But Nova actually having the upper hand there. But the comparisons we have are against the teams playing against each other, and these two teams playing against top ANZ teams.
Of course.
So I think going into this, man, I honestly have stronger hopes for Rampage than in the hard point. But with Eminence playing as hot as he is, and I think it was Sky White having a bit of a rough series, I think there's a little bit too much ebb and flow there. It's going to tip the scales a little bit in the favor of the Chiefs. But we'll see how it plays out.
I'm very excited to see how Rampage take this, because we saw Unveil Nova before in the first series. They the way that they played the uplink, I don't know if it was their playstyle that they like to go for per se, or whether it was just trying to adapt to the situation. They kept on going for 1-point plays. They would just cut down a lane, get a couple of kills, get the 1-point play in, and then Tandem Minds would just shut them out completely and be able to get 2-4 points on the board. So I don't know if Rampage are like that, similar sort of playstyle or not. We'll have to wait and see, but I really hope that they can, look towards more of the 2-point plays, those dunks.
See if they can capitalize on any mistakes made by the Chiefs as well. The Chiefs are still a relatively new lineup. Again, the core of that lineup being the same, but getting rid of Hopi. Hopi was a real shot caller for his team.
And hype man as well.
Yeah, it was super hype man. I think bringing Eminence in, he's going to bring a similar quality. He's a play caller. He's the guy to call. We've got 3 dead. Make that play. Go for the drone. Go for the drone. Let's make this happen. He's that kind of guy. So I feel it may be some teething issues for them. Again, we saw them run the 2K very, very, very convincingly. But again, this is LAN. It's very different. It could go, in the favor of Rampage. Just that mild bit of inexperience that may show in the Chiefs. Again, purely hypothetical.
Yes.
But we'll see how it goes.
Well, we're getting into game now, and we have to look at this man right here on my screen, Lakey. He is a monster. We saw in that hard point. Let's see if he can't bring it out again in this respawn game mode. I'm expecting big things from him, because he's been known definitely to, sometimes be a little bit iffy on the search and destroy. It's not iffy in terms of bad, but just iffy in terms of not consistently, tier 1. But as we say that, nearly got the 2 pieces start.
Yes, that's a great start with 2 dead. I mean, we've got members of Rampage on drone. They're going to be putting pressure. Big kill from Skywhite with that ERAD, bringing it very much back into the favor of Rampage. Here comes a fight for drone. It shots out that Dean. Oh my Dean. He cuts down that ERAD very, very convincingly at close range. This is going to be a potential play. We've got Eminence with drone. Here comes the play. Shots are out. Dean is doing a fantastic job of being that front line. And here goes the charge. He's got help from behind. He's going to make this play happen with a 1-point throw. Gets for the throw, and it goes in. Back of the net. Absolutely no problem. The drone back on reset now. Fate is the only man in position to make anything happen there. Skyfire, Rampage Gaming, and the likes of Skywhite and the boys now making a bit of a pinch move, but 2 of them have just been cut down, so that play has just been annulled completely, and Gray's the last man alive. Still, great positioning from Gray. He may be the last man alive, but he's on the drone. He's buying time for his team. Again, James, it just looks like another run back for the guys from Chiefs, doing a fantastic job of getting those kills. Wait a minute, that was a reset? No, just wow.
I think I don't think he went for the reset. I think there was just a bit of luck that it didn't go out there, but Rampage, they're able to clean up shop and defend quite nicely there. Ranger getting in behind Lakey. He's going to find one, and now this is where Rampage, they need to send someone in first to be sort of the front man, the blocker, if you will. And as I say that, Skywhite, he gets the hit down, but that's not going to be enough. The last man alive, Lakey, he's going to be able to clean up shop there, and that's going to be the reset for the drone, allowing his teammates to respawn so close to a 2-point play.
Skywhite almost getting the dunk. You can hear the players now from Malaysia getting all hyped and shouting on the other side of the stage. Fantastic to see that. They're getting into it a little bit more. Blue trying to stay alive. Oh. Beautiful shots from Blue. Concrete lock there on that player. And now a couple of shots out. He's going to try and stay alive. This is a nice reset. He needs the help of his teammates. They're back on spawn. Here comes Skywhite. He's also in there with tickets with him. Does get brought down by Dean. That E-Ray is not going to do any favor for him there. And Blue can't get a repeat of Skywhite. And now Chiefs and Dean back on the offensive.
They're trying to establish some map control here, Rampage, but it's just not working out for them. It's not in the right areas. You can see they're on the bottom of the map. They're just spawning back in. And now they have to set up defensively. They have to think about positions that can really shut down any sort of play from the Chiefs. Definitely 2-point plays, let alone the 1-point throws that Chiefs have already been able to accomplish. But he's just going to be chilling here a little bit, Fate, just waiting for players to push him. And then he can pick up the drone once again, go for another throw, and that should be a 2-0 lead.
Oh, he catches
Skywhite.
it. Skywhite at the last second.
That was sick.
Goal line defense there. Great stuff from him. Now,
That was
turn
like
and
fresh
burn.
off the respawn as well.
Turn and burn. He's made a run for it now. They've managed to get to petrol station, and here comes a place. Ranger up top, getting a big kill. Can he get a second one as a player beneath him? And he just gets the turn. Doesn't manage to make it happen, but his teammates are pushed up. We've got Skywhite now charging through. E-Rad out. Gets the kill there on Eminence. He's got help. They're going to be making it through alleyway. They've got players coming in from spawn, but it may be a little too late. I don't think there's enough of them in position to make this happen. Skywhite on the defense goes for the dunk. Can't make it happen, and it doesn't quite make it off the rim. Rampage closer and closer with every attempt. Wow.
I feel like that's a bit greedy, though. Should have just gone for the safe 1-point play, at least get on the board there. Otherwise, Chiefs, they could be looking at a 1-0 lead at the end of the half. And as much as that isn't an amazing lead per se, that's still enough to be like, all right, next side, we're going on to the favored side. We can just step up the game here and absolutely decimate. But they've been able to clean up house here. Rampage, they're all down, spawning out. Goes for the hit, not going to happen. Blue able to pick up that kill, but is it enough to stop the drone going in for a 2-point play? No. Eminence is going to get that one, and now Chiefs 3-0 up. Rampage, if you've just gone for the 1-point plays both times, you would have only been 1 point down still.
Still, fantastic stuff already. Chiefs, the goal line defense from the likes of Rampage has been spectacular. Skywhite and Blue there saving it on the line. Ranger now shots out, does get big shots, tags up everyone, but no kills to his name. Blue now coming in the rear. We've got Skywhite in position as well. Gray, last man on the drone. They did slow the Chiefs down. The Chiefs have got full control now. They have Statue. They've now got drone, and this is going to hurt. They're going to turn and burn it. I think it may have been... No, way too early to call. I thought it was an overdrive play, but look at that. Chiefs now, Eminence on the push. We've got 3 members of Rampage alive. There's not enough here to do the damage. I mean, Eminence has taken hits. He's going to be a little weaker than usual, but smart play. Goes for the 1-pointer. Doesn't risk the play. He doesn't risk missing out on points altogether because 4-0 with 30 seconds left in the first round, this isn't a big enough lead for you to be super comfortable going into the second half.
Oh, absolutely not. I've been very impressed with the way that Rampage have been playing this defensively, and especially on the unfavored side, they needed to be defending strongly, but the next side's going to be so much tougher for them, especially the way that Fate is playing with his teammates. He's got 13 kills. Can he get the 14th? Not quite there. But look at the kills on all of the Chiefs players. They're very, very even right now. Just a last shot defensive. Can he get the interception? Somehow no there. Lakey, he manages to sink that. Oh, sorry, I think it was Dean managed to sink that one. So 5-0. Rampage, though, they're holding on quite strong.
Yeah, look, you can't take anything away from them. They're still keeping it together. It may be 5-0, but still, it's not like a blowout like we saw maybe necessarily TM versus Unveil Nova. This is a totally different lineup. You know, Rampage, it was sort of halfway through the S&D. You heard them starting to hype up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then coming in at the start of this uplink, you know, they're still firing. They're aim's on, everyone's playmaking it's there, but they're just falling that tiny bit short. And that's the difference in, as you said, playing catch-up as a region. This is the first time we've seen anyone from the Asian side of things make it over here to the ANZ and get on this kind of playing field. And it is, so far, I'm immensely impressed, and I'm loving what I'm seeing out of the boys in red.
Lakey and Dean combining to shut down any attempt to get that drone out by Rampage here. And Lakey, he has to be careful. One play around the corner. Going to be able to find that kill there too. So he's on a 2-kill streak. He's got his overdrive ready, so he can use that at any point there, but he's going to get gunned down. Fate trying to get a score going through. Not going to happen. Ranger just try to get it out. Can't stay alive there, and that's going to be another 2-point play for Dean.
Yep.
That was cleaning up shop. That was crazy.
Yeah, great play from the Chiefs. They really played that slow and very methodical. They wanted to make sure they had that open lane because they wanted to dunk. They had enough 1-pointers for one day. And I think playing that one slowly really paid off for them. You know, it was a long-term investment, and this is as well. Lakey getting another dunk, and this is a perfect relay set up for them. Almost, actually, Rampage, they've just managed to get mid-map control back. Lakey, though, overdrive in his back pocket. That is a guaranteed sort of, you know, a play made in itself.
Yeah.
Still, 3 dead for the Chiefs now. Here comes Rampage on the offensive. They've got that drone in hand. Blue's making a run for it. He's got a little bit of help in front of him. Who's that player in front? And here comes the streaks out. Goes for the throw, and it's just short. My goodness. So close, but no cigar. Now the Chiefs are going to turn and burn.
Fate, he's going to pick up the drone, and the Chiefs are looking to push up and get some map control towards the opposition's base. They're spawning them out a little bit already. And the front man of Eminence is going to have to do some work. If Fate, he has to backtrack, lets Eminence get another kill there as well. And that's definitely helpful, but he needs now for Dean to come in, find that kill. Can he get the 2 points? He does, and Dean comes through, follows through, and gets that kill. But you look at the Rampage team, they're all in the middle of the map now, and this is where they can sort of set up for a trade play, potentially. But as I say that, the Chiefs, they're just ruthless right now, shutting down any attempt. And Eminence, he is turned up in the last couple of minutes, going absolutely huge. He's got his active camo to work with now as well. Gets out of there, Dean. He has his Centurion out as well on a 5-kill streak too, cleaning up shop in the opposition's base, and he's just not letting them get any sort of defensive setup going. And 2 points coming in from Eminence. That was on the back of Dean.
This is huge. Dean just set up that Centurion in tickets. That's going to be locking down almost pretty much every single nade in and out of that room is going to be annihilated. That's a really strong defensive position to be having, looking towards Rampage's goal. Forward, up forward on that one. So here we go. Fate on the push. A couple of members of Chiefs in front of him. Off for the wall run. He does have a bit of help. He needs to clear up that one player. Goes to the 1-point throw. Gets it. But look at that. I mean, the shots overhead. You know, Dean and Lakey providing overwatch there. Just utter, you know, decimating those players off spawn. It's very difficult. They're forced into a position where they have to challenge the drone carrier, otherwise the enemy team will score. And in so doing, they're exposed themselves to these perfect shots from the boys in blue. I mean, Chiefs are really playing this one very, very well.
They've got clean passage to get another point here as long as Dean can stay alive, but he's not going to be able to do so. So it's going to be a 3v3 fight. Somehow gets 2 points still, 16-0. We were talking about not being a blowout.
It's slowly but surely become it.
Yeah.
I mean, this side of the map's been all Chiefs. Now on board with Ranger to see what he can do. He's in a tough spot. Does get the kill. Dean goes down. Can they find a second? They do. 2 dead for the Chiefs. Skywhite now on the run. He's got a bit of help from his team. Goes for the 1 and just misses it. Very, very unfortunate. They could have a potential maybe 4 points on the board at this stage, but those 1-point throws have just been off by a couple of meters. It seems small, but that difference, you know, we saw Mind Freak. They hit those 1-pointers every time. You've really got to be in a great position, and you know, where if you've got the plays happening, you can land the 1-pointers because every point counts. Sadly, the boys in red just short every time.
It seems like, you know, this is one of those things that our players do and have had to do due to the fact that we were catching up to NA in Europe. You know, we've had to learn how to not miss a single one of those basic sort of throws, and it seems like every single time Rampage goes for a basic sort of throw, they're just so short. But that's something, you know, they come to these events and that's the sort of thing that they're going to learn from this experience. But as I say, that Lakey, he's going to be using his overdrive there. Misses the drone uplink point there. Somehow that fails, but it's not like they needed it to work out. They're 16-0 up. Is a guaranteed win.
It's a guaranteed win at this stage, but you know, Rampage are now on the offensive. They've got mid-map control. They've got the garden control. Park, call it garden every time. Park's coming shots out. Lakey gets 2, Dean gets 1, and just like that, I mean, what a fantastic turnaround. Chiefs with the superb defensive play. 20 seconds left on the clock. Dean can burn the clock out now. He can hold on to this drone for as long as he wants. He could play it potentially, but this is essentially game over. The Chiefs guys, they've managed to walk away with the 3-0. 10 seconds remaining. Rampage came so close many, many times there on the uplink, but ever so short that fell. Again, wonderful takeaways from this series, going up against some of ANZ's best, but there we go. It's a 3-0 sweep for the Chiefs. 16-0 will be your final score there on uplink Rampage. Can't feel too bad about that one, though. Going up against one of the giants of the region, there's tons to learn, and a couple more games of pool play to play still.
Oh, absolutely. This is only the start for them, so it's not like they're out of it yet. But I have to say, you know, if they would have gone for some of those 1-point plays in the first half when they were trying to be a little bit greedy and tried to go for the 2-pointers, maybe the Chiefs would have not been able to just, you know, go off and have no reservations with it in the second half. You know, sometimes if you're in a closer sort of game scenario, you don't really go as free in the second half, and you have to really think about it methodically, and that could have potentially put the Chiefs on the edge a little bit. But as we say that, Rampage not able to get a point on the board. Very unfortunate stuff, missing a couple of very, very close throws. And what I have to say, though, what Rampage did very, very well is a lot of good defensive work in that first half. They can be very proud of that.
Yeah, great defensive plays from both sides. You know, Chiefs in the second half